Hey guys, this is Alice. You may remember her from such book reviews as The Vampire Academy and Harry Potter. Now, we're going to talk about a book that we both really enjoyed, and I actually mentioned this on my main channel in my January favourites because I loved it so much, and I am behind, so I'm catching up. And it is The Name of the Star, and this is a book by Maureen Johnson, one of my very favourite authors, and it's part of the Shades of London novels. Actually, I mean, it's the first of it, and this is the only one that's been released so far, so we don't know if there's any more.
Yeah.
What, how should we just say it's about?
It's about a girl who's from America, and she moves to England to go to college. And
she goes to a place called Wexford, which is in the east of London, and very near where Jack the Ripper originally was. Killed people and whatnot.
And that's basically what it's about, is kind of just like a copycat killer of Jack the Ripper, and that's the story.
Yeah. There's a twist in this which I won't go into, but it's something that Maureen Johnson doesn't really usually do, at least not in the novels that I've read by her, and I've read like quite a bit of her work. But because it's something you're so not used to, it is a really big surprise, and it really like brings you in, and you're just like, oh my god, what happens next? And I'm actually like, I really would like her to just hurry up and publish another one of these.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably like tweet her now and be like, can you hurry up and write the next one?
Yeah, like, but it was so unexpected, I think. Like, there's one part in it that I mentioned to you where I was up to, and you're like, oh, remember that.
Yeah, there's
And
like
then,
little details that me, who I had already read it, and Alice was reading it now, and I'm like, remember that detail, because later on it will throw back to that. And
yeah.
I mean, there's some things that, you know, there's a lot of like foreshadowing, but it's very subtle, and like, I think this would be a good thing to read twice. Like, if you reread it, you'll just be like, oh.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely. It's definitely something that you can reread, which is, like, good value. I mean, like, it's like 2 reads in one. Maureen Johnson's style of writing is also really, really good. It's something that I feel like no matter what type of book it is, I will always be like, oh, it's a Maureen Johnson book. Buying. Like, she's almost guaranteed to entertain you as well as, like, make you feel happy, and
it was easy to read.
Like, yeah, she's very conversational in how she writes. It's something like, it's like you're talking to a really good storytelling friend.
Yeah, like, yeah, she's definitely very good.
And she's really established in doing that kind of, the voice of like a teenager. And because she's also really good at doing like traveling kind of books. Like, this is about someone who's, like, exploring London, and then if you've also read 14 Little Blue Envelopes, which you haven't, have you?
Is that by her?
Yeah!
Oh!
And, like, Josie, say hi.
Hi!
Yeah,
I'm filming today.
My filming person. Camera woman, that's the one. We are obsessed with 14 Little Blue Envelopes.
I'm just going to jump in shot here.
Yeah, can we talk about how good Maureen Johnson is?
She's amazing. Like, we've actually
Are you in
been...
shot?
I think so.
It's just, like...
Scooching. We've actually been, I've been to about 25 bookshops, secondhand shops, garage sales, looking for 14 Little Blue Envelopes so Alice can read it, and I'm still like smacking my head against a wall trying to find this thing.
Yeah, her style of writing is absolutely amazing. Do not be surprised if you see more of her books later on in the year, because I will be reading and reviewing them like crazy, and I find that these ones are really easy to get through quite fast because they are so...
You can't do that thing of
easy
like,
to
alright,
read.
I'll read 2 chapters before I go to bed.
No.
Okay, you read it and you're like, I don't care what I have to do next, I am not putting this book down.
It's basically like...
Literally, I read, like, I think it was about that, like, a lot. About that much in one night to finish it, because I just couldn't put it down.
Yeah,
and how depressing is that feeling though when you actually finish it?
I know.
I know.
When you're like, what do I do now? I have no life.
Yeah,
What do I do?
When I read this, it was when I had my, like, my wisdom teeth out, and I was sitting right there, and I remember, like, finishing it, and my parents were, like, watching TV, and I finished it, and I was just like...
Yeah. That devastating moment.
And, like, then I think the book I was reading after that was... I don't even remember what book I had to read after that. But because I was looking so forward to reading this, I was in like post Maureen Johnson novel depression. And so just
gotta write more.
Just can you go read this? Like, no big deal.
Read it.
Anything that's Maureen Johnson, I think, is... It's not that sort of book that you just go to the library and be like, oh, cool, awesome, yeah, I'll borrow this and I'll take it back. Maureen Johnson books are sort of books... We're students, okay? We can't afford anything. But Maureen Johnson books are books that you buy. Because you put them on your shelf, you lend them to people, you go back in 5 years' time, and you go, I'm going to read that again, and you're going to rediscover it again. They're the books you keep, not the ones you borrow from the library and like, oh yeah, buy.
Yeah. And guys, you know, I love library books, but like, you need to buy this. Like,
they're buyers.
Buy
And it's for me, it takes a lot for me to want to buy a book, I think.
Yeah.
But
So-
Maureen Johnson.
Well, if we gave this a rating out of 10, is that something I should start doing? I don't know.
I think that's a good idea.
9.
9.
Yeah. You haven't read it, but
I'm a man.
probably be 9.
Anything Maureen Johnson is above an 8 to start with.
That's great.
And the next book by her I'll probably read is Sweet Scarlet. So if you want to read that and then we can like catch up over that, that'll be great. Another book I'll be reviewing soon is Bossy Pants by Tina Fey. So you should probably read that and we can like catch up together. And also Linda, hey girl, hey. So those are some books that you can read and catch up with, so maybe we can review it together, talk about it in the comments /pants/ whatever, and I'll put all the details and maybe a link to where you can buy it online or something in the penis bar. So I'll see you guys later. Bye!